Hi YouTube. Denver Chess Club September just started. So it was round one. And I played the same guy I played in the first round last month. And he played a Scandinavian against me. So I was like, fuck, am I gonna have another goddamn Scandinavian? I don't want to. I don't learn anything from that. And then he played a Najdorf. Like, what kind of unhinged, insane person plays a Scandinavian and a Najdorf? Who does that? What 1700 does that? I want to know. Like, what? Like, that's terrifying. I think that's, like, about as unhinged as playing the Grob. But, yeah. Played the Najdorf. I played bishop g5. Played e6, f4. I don't know this super well for white. I'm just kind of playing, I play this with black, so I'm just playing what's good against it. Played bishop d7, which is good, queen f3. Okay, and then he played knight b to d7. Queen c7 is what you have to do. Josh showed me why, but in the game I didn't really understand why. Because I thought if I just played bishop c4, like maybe here or something like this, but I mean, this is just good for white. Then I don't think the knight really wants to be there. I was thinking knight d7 might be wrong, but I would like to transpose into something I know anyway, if I can. So queen c7 prevents bishop c4. That's why queen c7 is an important move order, because if you do anything else, it's, I could possibly sack on e6, besides this. But I mean, maybe I actually have b4, now that I think about it. No, I think he has this move. Because, takes... Wait, he's down a piece. Oh, no, he's not. He has this. Okay. Okay, I mean, b4 seems like it would work, but I guess it doesn't, just barely. But you just castle here. But I learned something. I just very slowly improved my openings by playing wrong moves, and then, the next game fixing it. But then I play another wrong move. It's effective. But, okay, I castled. And then he played queen c7. Then I played g4. And now I'm back in something that I know. I was expecting him to play Geary's line or something. But he got the move order slightly wrong. So Geary recommends h6 here. It takes and this move here. And I play this with black. But playing knight b6 right away is bad, and I didn't know why. Fuck. I couldn't figure out how to take advantage of that. But there's a few ways to do it. Just gotta not do what I did. So apparently f5 is good here. Fuck. Okay, so the point is that if e5, you take, and then you play this move. Then, yeah, I don't know where queen goes. Queen b3 is strong. This looks like a really scary position, though, because I feel like I make one wrong move and I'm losing. Yeah, this seems good. Alright. So that's what I need to do to take advantage of this move order. I played h4 just to transpose back into something I was just like, please, can you just transpose into something good? Please? I don't want to take advantage of your bad moves. Because I don't know how. Because I don't understand the Najdorf. So, okay, finally I'm going to transpose into the line I know. Then he takes with the g-pawn. I'm like, what the fuck? You can't do that. You can't do that. But here, I thought for a long time. Because how do I take advantage of that? Because it's obviously a bad move. But what do I do? I had the right idea, but the wrong, I did it in the wrong way. There's 2 right answers. So, number 1, F5 is good here. I truly do not understand pawns, so I don't understand why this is so amazing. I thought bishop d7. And yeah, I guess you just take here, and that's a really weak pawn. But, like, I wanted to do that too. But I wanted to do it with g5 and g6. I thought that was the plan. I thought it was to push the pawn to g6. And it is. I should play g5 immediately. But I thought I had to prepare it with rook g1. But this is just an unnecessary move. G5 right away. If he just plays something like bishop d7, I just play g6. And if he takes, his pawns are just so incredibly weak. Like, I'm gonna play bishop h3 and this pawn is undefendable. Then I can play rook g1. But it's just... It's letting him... It's giving him way more options when I play rook g1 first. But for some reason, I thought I had to defend the pawn before I did that. So, I played rook g1, bishop d7, now I play g5. But now it's not as good because after takes, yeah, I'm threatening to play g6, and I do like it because he can't castle, because I am taking on f7 if that happens. But he just goes rook f8, which I wasn't expecting. And now I couldn't decide if I should play g6 right now or not. Like, I have this as a candidate move as well. It's just the problem is after what I played, bishop h3, I'm actually starting to... My position is kind of bad. G6, I was just concerned. I didn't know where to put my queen here. And I couldn't find a good square. But there is a good square. It's just really hard to understand why at first. So if I put my queen, like, somewhere random, like... I mean, okay, this move is bad. Because, you know, just rook f6 I thought was good enough. It's, I don't know, something like queen d3. Also rook f6. But what I didn't see is queen h3. And if rook f6 here, I have queen h8. And that's, like, not an idea I saw. And also, if he just castles, knight e6, his queen doesn't have a good square now. And it's like, okay, this is actually very important. So, if I put the bishop on h3, I mean, if my queen's not hanging, put the bishop on h3, like what happened in the game, and I take... Okay, I'll just demonstrate. It's hard to explain. So, castles, knight takes e6. If my bishop is on h3, then he has c4 for his queen. But since I put my queen on h3, which didn't make sense to me because I thought that's where I wanted to put my bishop, then I'm controlling c4. So when this happens, like if he goes here, then I can just take here and I'm attacking the queen. And otherwise, he has no moves. I mean, besides like queen b8 or something. Disgusting. Or taking the knight. And I'm doing fine here now. I mean, it's probably equal, but I didn't see that. So I played bishop h3 and he castled. And here I couldn't find anything better than king b1. King b1 is always useful. This is never going to be checked now, at least. And it's also just kind of, I'm feeling my opponent out. My opponent is a weaker player. And Yeah, his position looks fantastic right now, but I'm not convinced he knows what to do with it. So king b1 is also just like, I think, a well-timed waiting move, just to see if he knows what's happening, which he didn't. So he played knight c4, and then I thought for 20 minutes. So white to play. How do you do anything? Do something with white. It's really hard to find a move. Because all of his pieces are well placed, and mine are just kind of goofy and uncoordinated. So here, I thought for 10 minutes that I saw this idea of knight f5. Knight f5, point being that if takes, I have knight d5. Winning a piece, or not winning a piece, but winning the bishop back, and fucking up his pawn structure. So I thought for a long time, and I wanted to play knight f5. But my intuition was screaming at me to play queen e2 first. Because queen e2 is also preparing g6. So there's that as a point. But also what I liked even more is that queen e2, if he plays an obvious, like, move to stop g6 like knight e5, then I'm playing knight f5. And the difference is, in this position, knight f5 takes. I found it very annoying that he was going to get a tempo on my queen. Like, I just found that a little bit upsetting. Like, he plays queen c5 or something, and if I play knight takes e7, I still can't even explain it. But I do think queen e2 is very good to include. It just, I don't know how to explain it. It's just a feeling. And I thought for so long trying to justify the feeling, and I just kind of trusted it. So I played queen e2 after thinking for 20 minutes. And just immediately, without thinking, he just slams knight e5 on the board. I'm like, okay, buddy. Yeah, I just sat there for 20 minutes and didn't come up with anything because I'm just an idiot. And then I just slams knight f5 down, and I got up and I walked away. And he was just like, he got all shaky. It was awesome. So now I'm doing just fine. I'm not any worse here. I'm doing great. To be fair, this did seem like a clear plan, but I mean, you have to at least consider that maybe I thought about something in those 20 minutes, like maybe. But yes. So taking, I think, is a losing move. I think taking is pretty horrendous because I go here. I don't know where you put the queen. Queen c5. And then I take with check, king b8. And now I am taking this pawn. I don't know how I want to take it, to be honest. Maybe with bishop. But okay, now I feel like he's in some danger. Because if he tries to avoid a bishop trade, then I mean I still take it. And other than that, I don't know what he does. So he didn't take. He played bishop c6, which I think is fine. But now, it's pretty sick, because I still take on e7, and I still play knight d5. It didn't prevent me from putting a knight on d5. And now, okay, look at, so he has no real choice. He has to take this, I think. I mean, anything else is pretty icky. Like, if he plays queen e8, ugh. Ugh, I don't like that. Ugh. So he takes, and he plays king b8, which is logical, getting out of the pin. And here I didn't know if I should take here or not, but it really felt right, just making a pass pawn. And looking at this position, I just feel like I should be better here. I have a bishop, and it's very strong. It's attacking this really, really stupid, weak e6 pawn. His knight is just stuck there, defending it. I have a pass pawn, his king is weaker than mine, and his pawns are a little bit more fucked up than mine. Plus, my rooks are better. So, therefore, I'm better. That's what I was thinking. However, what is my plan? Is there a winning plan? Like, I couldn't find one. I mean, I played the best move here, but I don't think that I have a winning plan, which is incredibly frustrating. So I played rook g3. Great move. It's very versatile. I could play rook b3. I could do this. At some point, I could double the rooks in some way. I could prepare, like, some weird sack. I don't know. So rook g3 is a good move. He plays rook g8. But yeah, now it's like... Okay, he's attacking my pawn. I play queen e3. He plays rook g6. And it's just like, how do I make any progress here? I don't know. And then I played a move that was like, I like it. Okay, so here I was thinking, if the queens get traded, and maybe a pair of rooks, I would like to fix his pawns the way they are right now, so that my light square bishop can attack them. I played a4. Also, you know, stepping out of any back rank threats. Josh called this an Alpha Zero move. I like it. He said 6 months ago I would have never ever played a4. So the a4 I feel like is showing improvement, even if it's not the best move. I feel like it's very good if I'm trying to win. So a4 point being just fixing his pawns, like, for some endgame scenario. Which is true. I don't think I ever would have, even a4 would have ever even crossed my mind 6 months ago. So he plays rook c8. Sure. I play queen b3. This is a fake threat, but okay. He can do this if he wants to, but I feel like... I was looking at this position, and I was annoyed that rook c6 was working here, and that if bishop d5, he goes rook c7, and this pawn is not attacked anymore. So that was annoying me. Here, I think I don't know what I would have done. I mean, it's just equal, so it's, like, really annoying that I have to try and win this. But at least I have a target to attack with this, at least. I mean, I think I still win this against the 1700. So he could do that. But instead he played rook c5, which I did not expect. And now I'm like, okay, the only way I'm gonna win this... I mean, he's gonna take this pawn eventually. The only way I'm gonna win this is if I just put an enormous amount of pressure on his king until he collapses. So, I played bishop g2. And then he went backwards with a piece. And I think that's a really good sign. He's just moved a piece backwards. I think that means I'm gonna win. I don't know. That's just how I felt at the time. So I used kind of the remaining amount of my time thinking here, trying to come up with something. And I came up with rook f1, which I think is a very good move. And the point is that if he takes with the knight, rook f8 is working here. And if he takes, this is checkmate. So if he goes king h7 here, I was going to play the brutal a5. This is an absolutely brutal move. If he takes, queen e3 exclam. b6 loses to checkmate. And if he does this, then I think rook c8 works. b4 doesn't work because he takes my rook. But yeah, now I am threatening this. If he moves the queen anywhere, I'm threatening to take on g5. So this shows how good a4 was. And I feel like I had a lot of foresight in this game. So, I doubt he saw all that, but he didn't take with the knight. He traded a pair of rooks, and then took with the knight, so I'm really not convinced that he actually saw any of that at all. So I just played rook f8, king h7 I thought is what he was going to do. He played rook c8, which I actually didn't consider, because I didn't see it. I don't know why, I just didn't see it. And then here, I played rook f4. You know, I'm just still trying to win this equal position where I'm down a pawn. And then he went here, and I said, woo! And I won. Yay! I did it! It was so funny, too, because Daniel was, like, watching my game, and he laughed and he came back, and he saw bishop g7 or bishop b7 on the board, and he was like, how did you make that work? I was like, I don't know, I just threatened it, and he didn't do anything about it. But he was laughing how I described this move. I picked up the piece, I was like, woo! So, yeah, he has to play this move here. But he didn't see that. And I was just going to play rook g4 and just keep putting pressure on him until he made a mistake. So, yeah, I don't know. Yep. Not my best game, but it was very interesting. And then, this is still kind of weird, but I was able to win. I took this pawn. I gave check. a5 being useful once again. And then this move just wins. But this was the threat, so... You know, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it was equal, but I was trying to win. So, I did it. Bishop b7. I don't know why I keep saying g. I hardly ever get to attack when the king is here. It's just strange. Anyway, all done. How long did that